We're constantly trying to engage in the community. What can we do action-wise, initiative-wise to help and support our community? And so we got on this conversation of, well, what would it be like to have a leadership institute in our community? What would that look like? What would it need to be? What should it become?
The framework is actually it's the Rooted Leadership Framework, and it's built on this analogy of soil, seeds, and weeds.
We took that framework, we made it very formal, we made it a language that we could use and disperse that would be understandable across the board. We want leaders from all backgrounds to join, all industries to join.
Seasoned leaders, people in executive C-suite roles, we have people that are middle managers, we have individuals that are not in leadership positions. So what I think is really unique about this is that it allows people to discover their leadership capacity. It allows them to define their leadership style and leadership traits. And most importantly, it allows people to share their leadership with others. And I find that to be truly, truly unique.
But when we're talking about soil, we're talking about people. Manifestations of it are the culture and the climate within these organizations.
But the soil part is what we always come back to. If you have good, healthy soil that includes people that see each other, recognize the humanity in each other, have that positive mindset.
So when we say see people, that's what we mean. Do we really pay attention to people and their needs and all that they are? They're not just a number or a face or somebody that has a certain role at my place of work, but they're a human being with needs, fears, inadequacies, you name it, just like us.
And if that's the case, then ideas that people bring forward are more likely to germinate and lead to positive results.
We're talking about seeds, like I said, that one's pretty easy for many folks to resonate. Seeds are ideas that result in products and programs and initiatives. And innovation is how we get the most out of those ideas. So innovation is a big part of our seeds. And innovation is a word that's often thrown around in our world today. It's just, people use it all the time. And frankly, I don't always know if we know exactly what we mean by it when we say the words innovation. And so we really try to unpack that and understand what it means, at a deep level to begin in an innovative way. And then weeds, again, is conflict. And conflict isn't always a bad thing. And so we really take a look at conflict as being neutral. Weeds are going to grow. If you look at a plot of soil, there's always going to be a set of weeds or a weed that will pop up. Some of them big, some of them small, some of them have roots deeply connected, some of them not as much. But understanding where those come from and how to deal with them is imperative as a leader.
I'm surprised sometimes how quickly people grab onto this concept and take to it. And we say, get rooted in. And I think that's wonderful. It's really exciting to see that.
If you think of a wagon wheel, so many spokes to it, there's a lot of spokes missing in our community when it comes to leadership. And so how do you provide that? How do you fill the gap? And so it's needed because there's nothing in our community like it. Our dream would be that, in years down the road, that our community can come together as leaders and have a common shared language of how do they go about navigating that very complex issue. The problem now is everybody has their own ideas and thoughts on why the problem exists and how to fix it. And so if we can provide a simple framework like the Rooted Leadership Framework, mixed with the language and the camaraderie that these people can share, our hope is that they can figure out problems that have yet to be solved.